Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo very well. Welcome to Paparazzo Rubro-Negro. If you're just joining, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe below. Click the bell for notifications and give the video a like. Man, we have live pics now, right? Live pics. You can send an audio message. I'll put the QR code on the screen here. Man, live pics is so cool, right? We get messages from people and they send their messages as audio, right, man? That's really cool. We get it. Play it on air so everyone can listen, okay? For example, look, I'm going to play it now. Davi Rubro-Negro sent it yesterday. Look here.
Davi Rubro-Negro sent 2 reais. If FLU takes points from the guys, I'll root for them in the Brazil Cup and we'll get the upper hand. Haha.
Davi Rubro-Negro was one of those who sent something. I might keep mentioning it in the videos. It's great that people want to send things. Look, here's Renato Favaro.
Renato Favaro sent 5 reais. I want to say that your channel is really good. Guys, go all in on Papa Live's channel. Ha ha ha.
Great. Thanks, Renato and Giovanni, for sending something as well. Let's keep watching.
Giovanni sent 1 real. Evening. Flamengo's attitude in the first half of the games is worrying. What can we expect in the final?
Yeah, man, that's right. I hope Flamengo improves a lot by the time of this possible final. Flamengo still needs to improve a lot, right? So I think this first half has left us pretty worried. I hope that today, with a full house, especially because we're going to have a full house, okay? More than 70,000 fans are expected at Maracanã today, right? So it's really a full house, right? Maracanã is still shorthanded with some suspended players. We'll discuss that here. So we have the prediction for this 9:30 game, according to Vinha. Casa Grande, more than 70,000 fans present. All right, so a full house again, another record for the Brazilian Championship. Remember, we have the debut today, right? About the screen, right? It's already installed there. I think they might even use it to increase the capacity. That's why they're selling more tickets. So we should have the stadium's capacity increased today because of that safety net that was also used at the Galinheiro at the arena. Sandy Jr., right? And look, I'll also bring you the Flamengo players who are at risk of suspension because you need to stay tuned. Flamengo. Man, there's an important game later at the Galinheiro. And we have, just so you know, Rossi Danilo. Hey, Rossi, man, Rossi Danilo. Leo Pereira, Ayrton Lucas, Everton Araujo, Alan Jorginho, and Luis Araujo. There are a lot of players at risk, man. It's a huge number, man. I'll tell you, right? A large number of players. 8. Flamengo has to be careful because pretty much any card they get, right? They'll already lose a player. There's a big chance of losing a player for the next game, okay? Yeah. Yeah, man, I think it's important for us to bring this up here. This information, because at first some people thought we were spreading fake news about Fluminense. The Fluminense news from 2022 and 2023 about 7 players showed they'd already done this, and now some players wouldn't do it. I think it's important for us to mention that some players aren't going for physical reasons as well, like Leo Ortiz probably won't go, just like some Flamengo players don't play on synthetic turf either. So obviously we talk about it putting some pressure and all, because we want Fluminense to make things difficult, right? Palmeiras, Flamengo controls their own fate. That's the truth. I've said it before, and no one here is complaining. Tough luck for Tricolor. Now, Flamengo only relies on themselves, which is important to note. They have the right to rest players. Well, my cousin Hannah was at the Fluminense game and asked questions to the fans there, right? In fact, I shared it here. She asked questions to the fans who were there, and I'm also going to bring another piece of news here as well. They're spreading it out there as if it were true, but it's not true, okay? Hannah Tenda, I'll tell you to follow Hannah's profile. She's interviewing Fluminense fans, right? Would they make that trade? Would they agree to that trade? Look here, huh? Let's see if Fluminense fans would accept Flamengo as champions if it meant they could be champions too.
How nice. Flamengo is runner-up to Palmeiras in the Brazilian Championship. Who even cares about the Brazil Cup?
Fluminense winning the Brazil Cup, Flamengo winning the Brazilian Championship and Libertadores, or both Flamengo and Fluminense winning nothing and finishing behind Palmeiras in both.
Nobody wins anything, man. Nobody wins anything. It's better if nobody wins anything. That's why I'm gonna root for them not to win anything.
That's crazy.
Everyone with nothing. No Copa do Brazil. Forget about Copa do Brazil. If Flamengo is runner-up in both, I accept it. No way, I can't let Flamengo win 2 cups.
You'd rather not be champions, man.
You think that's a luxury? This is the Copa do Brazil, which is Fluminense's duty. If we win one and they win one, that's fine. But 2, no way. Fluminense is Copa do Brazil champions and Flamengo winning nothing. That's the problem with Tricolor, you see.
We can win there easily. 2 Brazilian championships.
Me too.
He's going to win 2. I'm only going to win 1. Man, that's not fair. It's not fair.
Okay, so let's do this. Flamengo wins the Libertadores and you guys win the Copa do Brazil. Is that fair? All right. Now I tell you guys, right? The guys prefer Fluminense. Some interviewed prefer both Fluminense and Flamengo even if they don't win anything. They'd rather see Flamengo win nothing than see Fluminense as champions. Oh, Daddy, look at this. We have some breaking news here that bothered some Flamengo fans. Man, just so you have an idea, there were about 3,000 comments on my post on Insta. Check this out. Oh. Vinha, Matias Vinha will not be included for the match between Flamengo and Red Bull. So, for the match against Bragantino, Matias Vinha is not included in the squad for the Brazilian Championship, according to Bruno Lemos. All right? And this news came as a bombshell. Guys, Romilson Caricaturas here, convictions. Felipe Luis is messing around. Oliveira, Francis Alves, Samurai, Rubro-Negro. He's just like the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, making it harder to win the Brazilian Championship. Rogério Cardoso, Felipe Luis Paneleiro, Paulinho 073. Viña had a serious injury. He hasn't played for 10 months. Next year will be Viña's year. Yeah, but he needs to have the opportunity to play, right? It's complicated. People here say it would only happen at another club. Another person replied here, Francis Marr, only if it's the year for him to leave. With Felipe Luis, then it's tough. IFS Novo is sending a message. Which part didn't you understand that the guy can't play every game? So the fans are upset. Flamengo's fans are upset with Felipe Luis. With this choice of not including Viña, not giving Matias Viña a chance. In fact, he talked to us, he talked about this, he talked about this. I'm going to bring it here now before I continue. I'll just read the comments here before we continue with the other news. I'm sharing Viña's interview for those who haven't seen it. We interviewed him in the United States with the Uruguayan national team. And he talked about this issue of not getting enough playing time, about being upset with his playing time. Vocês têm a Flima, Felipe Luis and his convictions. Ali Melo, Felipe Luis is getting stressed already. Michel Precisão, surreal. I hope he goes back to Palmeiras where he'll be valued. Felipe Luis has his own, and whoever isn't part of the clique gets left out. Man, it's really sad to read all of this. People are upset with Felipe because of this news. Just a reminder, the news isn't ours. It's Bruno Lemos that he won't be included. I hope he will be. I still hope he'll be included. People are talking. Just as we moved from Wesley to Emerson Royal, other fans are also upset about Royal. Many are even booing him at games. I don't support booing, but he's struggling. Sonema Imoves just sent this. Felipe only protects his friends. Unbelievable. There's no need to renew with this fear. Also, man, there's no point in keeping up this persecution of Felipe, but he does need to give people a chance.
Very well, very happy. Also glad to have the chance to get some minutes. It's so hard to give. At Flamengo, there's a very strong squad, a lot of really good players. So I think the chance to be playing, there's Alex, there's Ayrton, who are playing really well. So the competition for minutes is tough and it's hard to have continuity. It's all good now, and I'm glad to be with the national team. getting minutes again, starting a match again to build up confidence as well. The big decision is coming up soon, both for the Brazilian Championship and the Libertadores. So nothing much. We just watched the previous game. We managed to stay in the lead. Happy for our teammates for all the effort they put in with all the challenges we faced too. So we're really happy about that.
And I even wanted to talk to you about how Uruguay is coming into this World Cup. We also want to know about your physical condition. We know your potential. The fans, you must follow Flamengo's fans, asking a lot for you to have more playing time, more opportunities. How do you deal with all of this? And how do you see yourself physically for a World Cup and for what's ahead?
No, I'm good. I'm calm and happy for Felipe. My injury kept me off the field for a long time. I was out for 10 months. And the physical part, obviously, that's a very hard thing to get back, not just because of the amount of games, but also the muscle part. After being out for so long, pushing myself to play a lot of games in a row again is a risk. So they're handling that with caution. And I'm at ease. I know this year is about getting as much playing time as I can, help the team from wherever I play, and look at 2026 in the best way possible.
How do you feel about facing Palmeiras in the Libertadores final? The ex-player rule doesn't apply. Anything can happen.
God willing, but we're very close to that final. We might end up winning both the Libertadores and the Brazilian Championship.
Thank you, Matias.
To Matias Vinha. I think Matias Viña also deserves an opportunity. Look, Flamengo remains undefeated at Maracanã, and the stadium will be packed, as I said, and perhaps over 70,000 people. At home, Flamengo has 12 wins and 5 draws in 17 matches, right? I hope to use the support of nearly 60,000 confirmed fans to gain an edge over Palmeiras in the championship's final stretch. So Flamengo hasn't lost at home. The home advantage, right? The home advantage. Flamengo, when they have the home advantage, lost to Fluminense. They beat Fluminense when they had the home advantage, and when Fluminense had the home advantage, Flamengo lost. When they had the home advantage, the games they played as the home team, Flamengo didn't lose, okay? So, Flamengo remains at the top, 2 points ahead of Palmeiras, who face Fluminense today at the same time as Flamengo. All right. So, let's congratulate the girls here. Earlier, I didn't congratulate them, did I? They were champions over Fluminense, right? 2-0. Carioca champions. Flamengo wins. They're champions. Our girls were there, right? They fight a lot. They work hard, right? And they really do deserve a lot of love from the nation, okay? I'm going to give you Flamengo's lineup, the probable Flamengo lineup. Flamengo faces Bragantino at 9:30 post-meridium at Maracanã with broadcast on Premiere. The commentary on Premiere will be by Luis Carlos Jr. And the probable lineup has Rossi, Varela, Danilo, Leo Pereira, Alexandro, Jorginho de la Cruz, Arrascaeta, Carrascal, or Luis Araújo, Cebolinha or Lino, and Plata or Bruno Henrique. All right. So this is the probable Flamengo team. So we need this win. My predicted score, I've already said. 3-1 Flamengo, okay? Flamengo will concede another goal. They do concede goals, but Flamengo wins 3-1, all right? I think Bragantino will probably score a goal. Flamengo usually wins when their game is already decided, like leading 2-0, conceding 1, then scoring a third. I think Flamengo will win, right? By 3-1. I'm going to bring this information here now that I think is important. It's us talking about this because I saw a lot of people sharing it. The issue of Palmeiras having requested the return of Ramona Barriabal. I saw a lot of people saying that Palmeiras supposedly asked for the return of Ramona Bade. That Palmeiras requested the Superior Tribunal de Justiça Desportiva and Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, in this case, to have Ramon Abate Abel officiate again. That's a lie, okay, guys? They're taking material that came out of Abel Ferreira's press conference, okay? They used that press conference where he praises Ramon Abate Abel. Abel says he's the best in Brazil. and that they sidelined one of the best and so on, and he defends Ramon Abate Abel. Really, Abel Ferreira defended Ramon Abate Abel, but to say that Palmeiras asked for his return, that's information they made up, okay? It's fake news, it's not true, okay? And when Palmeiras actually asked, I'll say it, I'll criticize, but Palmeiras didn't ask, okay? There wasn't this request to lift the suspension, to remove the punishment, or to let him play again. There wasn't, okay? This information isn't confirmed. At least this information isn't confirmed. That's what's going around out there. It doesn't really hold up, right? It's a joke. We know that 16 points there that Palmeiras got because of referee mistakes in the championship. Many of those points are from games refereed by Ramon Abate Abel, including that game where Leila celebrated a lot against São Paulo, that outrageous penalty that wasn't called, that Palmeiras win that shouldn't have happened. That one was also by Ramon Abate Abel. In fact, that was the one that led to the referee's punishment, right? But that information hasn't been confirmed, okay? At least no one has confirmed that information, which is actually fake news. It's a piece of news that started as a joke on social media and everything, and now people are publishing it as if it were real. But it's not, okay? That's it. I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. Thank you for your company. Red Black greetings from Flamengo.